And good morning, good Monday morning, and welcome to your Motivational Monday. And today, my name is Dotson-Winckler. I am the founder of 180 Degree Time Management. And whether you are joining us live or you are catching up on the replay, I want to welcome you to this 15 minutes on today's topic, which is how to solve the business owner's catch-22. Now, last week I spoke a bit about the business owner's catch-22, and what that is, just to refresh your memory, is, you're a business owner, so of course you want more clients, right? Now, here's the thing. The more clients you get, the more work there is to do. The more work there is to do, less time there is for you, for your health and well-being, for your exercise, for your, hobbies, for relaxation, and for your relationships, right? And then if that continues for any, length of time, long term, then what actually starts happening is you start to get stressed, and the stress in your life increases. If the stress in your life increases for long enough, you know what happens then. You go to burnout, and that is the business owner's catch-22, because it all starts with something that is really, really positive, which is, of course, you want more clients, right? But it ends up in something really, really negative, which is burnout, if you don't have three things, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to solve the business owner's catch-22. So the three things that you need is you need to be able to get more done in less time, because you've got more clients, you've got more work, right? You need to be able to eliminate distractions and interruptions, and you need to be able to stick to your schedule and not be always at the beck and call of said clients or distributors or your colleagues. You need to be able to stick to that schedule that you spent a half an hour last night writing out, right? So here's the thing. Your chronic habits will take you away from all three of those things. Now, what do I mean by chronic habits? Well, if you've ever tried to break a habit, let's say you used to smoke, right? Who does that anymore? But let's say you used to, and I used to, and it took 30 years to break that habit. Or let's say you've been trying to lose weight and get in shape, right? So those are two, habits that it's really, really difficult to stop. It's hard to stop yourself from overeating, or from eating the wrong foods, or from snacking, or from eating late at night, all the things that contribute to the habit. Smoking, you think that it is giving you a break in your day, and actually it's shortening your life, but it's a habit, and it's really, really difficult to break, right? So and I've done both of those, right? So I broke a 30-year habit 4 years ago, now with smoking, and I also have lost a significant amount of weight over the last couple of years. Now, what did I do, and what have my clients done to do the same thing with their time and breaking the business owner's catch-22? Well, they, first of all, made sure that they were not interrupted and distracted from their plan. They made sure that they ate less and exercised more. And then they made sure that they had something that I'm going to talk about right now. So the three things that you need to solve the business owner's catch-22 and break the habits that are costing you so much time, such as procrastination, such as not sticking to your schedule, such as not being able to say no when you need to say no. What else have we got? Such as waiting until the last minute to get started on different projects that are going to take you along a good amount of time, or getting interrupted in said projects while you are, buckle down doing them, right? So have you ever had that experience where you are in the flow, right? You're in the middle of doing something and something happens, or your phone beeps, or your email goes off, or, something, your partner calls you, a client sends you a message, and you're like, oh my God. Hang on one second. I'm going to turn the fan on because I keep forgetting I live in Florida and it's hot. So those are your habits. Those are your chronic habits. And no matter what, just like with smoking, no matter what information you get, about procrastination. No matter how much you read about, you shouldn't procrastinate, or stop procrastinating, or eat that frog, or get the first thing, the hardest thing done first in the morning. No matter how much you read about it, hear about it, watch online programs about it, it's a habit, and it's going to keep coming back unless you institute three things. That's what I'm going to talk to you about now. Those three things, and it's the same thing that I use to stop smoking, and it's the same thing that I use to lose weight and get back in shape, are a proven strategy. You've got to be using a strategy on your chronic habits that keeps them from coming back, right? Then you need to have, that's number one. Let me write these down for you guys. A proven strategy. Now, what does that mean as well? A proven strategy means that someone else has used it and proven it to be effective, right? So that's the first thing. You got to, have something that other business owners have used or are using, and they've been able to get more done in less time. They've been able to stick to their schedules, and they've been able to permanently eliminate distractions and interruptions. So that's the first thing that you need. The next thing that you need, because even with a proven strategy, once again, those chronic habits will come along and eat your strategy for breakfast, okay? So what you also have to have is a reliable, I'm going to write this one down for you as well, a reliable, that's right, yeah, structure. It's hard to talk and write at the same time. A reliable structure to deliver that strategy. Because once again, you are a human being. You are not a machine. So even with a proven strategy, you're going to have to plug that in to a structure, a reliable structure or a system that's going to deliver that strategy when you want to procrastinate, or even I like to say, you don't procrastinate, or you don't have procrastination. Procrastination has you, right? So when you want to procrastinate, when you want to go off schedule, when you want to get distracted and interrupted by those emails from a client, because that's the pull, guys. That's what your habits pull you towards. They don't pull you towards being disciplined and being structured and, sticking to your schedule and, doing everything on time, right? Because if that were the case, then, a lot more people would have a lot more time. They would have a lot less stress, and there would be a lot less burnout going on because people would be getting more done in less time, right? So, your habits are going to pull you off track all the time unless you've got a reliable structure to plug this strategy into so that it's delivered all the time. Now, there's that third thing that I said, because look, each of these things in and of themselves are only going to be but so effective. What you need as a human being, the same thing that I use to quit smoking, the same thing that I use to lose weight and to get in shape, you're going to need massive support and accountability. And I'm not even sure which one of those, and I do know, accountability is more effective even than support, because have you ever joined a weight loss course, or, someplace where you are in a group, right? But then you get gnarly with the group and, you mind your business. I don't need that. What you need is accountability. And when I say accountability, what I mean is you have given a group of people and a coach permission, okay, to grab you up, to stop you short, to intervene with your chronic habits. You have given them permission to pull your coattail. You have given them permission to get in your face. You have given them permission to remind you why you don't want to procrastinate right now, okay? Why you want to start saying no instead of yes all the time. Why you want to stick to your schedule instead of what seems like a really good idea, which is to drop everything and attend to that client's need, because that's what costs you time all day long. Excuse me. And if you don't believe me, test it out yourself. Okay. So you need massive support and accountability. Oh, I'm not even writing on the thing. Hang on a second. Massive support and accountability for you to stick to, excuse me, the proven structure, and for you to stick to, for you to stick to the proven strategy, and for you to continuously use the reliable structure. Because guys, look, your habits they're gonna whisper in your ear. It's almost like, remember back in the days of those cartoons where you'd have a devil on one shoulder and an angel on one shoulder, or you'd have good on one shoulder and bad on other shoulder. That's the same thing with your chronic habits. They are not there to steer you down the straight and narrow. They're there to waste your time. But they're also very tricky with it, because they're constantly telling you, you need a break right now. That's not the most important. Even though in the morning when you set your schedule, or the night before when you set your schedule, you knew that's the most important thing. That's the first thing I need to get done tomorrow morning in order for me to be able to, shut it down at 5 p.m. But then you get to your computer and you open it up, and the next thing you know, you're on Facebook, okay? Or you're on Twitter, or you're on, I don't even know if there's still Twitter, or you're on TikTok, or you are doing something else than what you knew you needed to do when you put your schedule together last night. Now, has that ever happened to you? Okay. And if it has, please just write in the comments, yes, that's happened to me, because then I can interact with you once we're done with today's Motivational Monday, because, we only have 15 minutes, and that means we've only got 4 more. So guys, this is what you need to do. You need to find something. I have an idea that has a proven structure, a reliable, proven strategy, a reliable structure, and massive support and accountability, so that you can get more done in less time, because you're not getting interrupted and distracted all the time. You can stick to your schedule because you've learned how to say no, and you've learned why you don't say no, which is the most important thing. You got to get up behind that. No, that's what this is going to make available for you. And where you are, getting more done in less time. You're not being interrupted and distracted all day long, even though it seems like a good idea at the time, right? So where is that available? So with our clients, what we have created here is a proven strategy. And the proven strategy is to get you to your why. It's to get you behind, up underneath, to the roots of your chronic habits, so that you stop doing them and sabotaging your really good thoughts and intentions. We have a reliable structure because, again, the strategy is just going to tell you why. You need a structure that's going to constantly remind you why you said, what your why is, and also help you to, once you develop the new and good and improved habits, that you don't, that it pins them in place. Because look, how many years did you spend learning how to procrastinate? It wasn't just 18 months ago, right? So you're going to need something really, really powerful to stop that. How many years have you been developing the inability to say no, right? How many years have you been saying yes when you meant no, right? We're talking decades, guys. So, you're going to need something incredible. A book is not going to change decades worth of habits, decades worth of repeating the same habit over and over again, even though they don't work, even though you are getting more and more stressed and you are having less and less time for yourself, for your family, for your hobbies, for your health and well-being, even though you see yourself doing it. You see yourself reaching for the phone and click, and the next thing you know, you're off in procrastination land, when you know that you need to be doing something else, because you're a human being and because it has been decades in the making. So you're going to need something really powerful, really hands-on, to crack up that behavior, to inform you about why you're doing it in the first place. That's really the most important part. And then to give you something that is more important to you than that why you're doing that, why you're procrastinating, why you're saying yes. And that's where the massive support and accountability comes in, because your tendency is going to be to go back to the habit that you're used to, right? So this is what I want you to do. I am going to put something here on the chat in a moment, right there. Okay, this is what I want you to do. If you're tired of that nonsense, if you're tired of continually not having enough time at the end of your workday, or more workday at the end of what you want it to be, if you're tired of not getting your items done, if you're tired of being stressed out, and if you're tired of dancing on the edge of burnout, and you want to have a proven strategy, a reliable structure, and massive support and accountability, I want you to stop the recording now, hit that link, https://180dtm.com/apply, and go to my booking calendar. Book a time that works for you, where we'll spend 45 minutes together, first of all, getting to your why, and second of all, distinguishing your worst habit, and then setting up a step-by-step game plan for you to be able to reverse that habit and get yourself back anywhere between 10 and 20 hours of freedom per week, because that's why you got into business in the first place, right, guys? All right, that was the 15 minutes today. We went a little bit over time for me coughing, excuse me, but this is what I want you to do. Click that link. Book a call. Let's get to your why. Let's get you distinguishing what the worst habit is that you have that's costing you the most time, and let's reverse that behavior together. All right, that was Monday, Motivational Monday. I will see you next Monday, and speak to you soon. Bye.